just man shall flourish like the palm tree, like the cedar of Lebanon shall he grow. Alleluia, alleluia, alleluia.
Wisdom, stand aright. Let us listen to the Holy Gospel. Peace be with all.
And with your spirit.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to the Evangelist John.
Glory be to you, O Lord. Glory be to you.
Let us be attentive. The Lord said, I am the gate. Whoever enters through me will be safe. He will go in and out and find pasture. The thief comes only to steal and slaughter and destroy. I came that they might have life and have it to the full. I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd lays down his life for the sheep. The hired hand, who is no shepherd nor owner of the sheep, catches sight of the wolf coming and runs away, leaving the sheep to be snatched and scattered by the wolf. That is because he works for pay. He has no concern for the sheep. I am the good shepherd. I know my sheep, and my sheep know me in the same way that the Father knows me and I know the Father. For these sheep I will give my life. I have other sheep that do not belong to this fold. I must lead them too, and they shall hear my voice. There shall be one flock then, one shepherd.
Glory be to you, O Lord. Glory be to you.
My dear people of God, today in our Ukrainian Catholic tradition we have this saint, St Josaphat. And he should be really well known in our tradition, because if it wasn't for him, we probably wouldn't have the Ukrainian Catholic Church today. And what I mean by that, you have to look at a history lesson. I used to be a history teacher. I love teaching history. So I'm going to give you a history lesson today. So we know that when the apostles were sent by Jesus to preach the good news after he ascended back into heaven, they went to many different places in the Roman Empire. All these cities, Ephesus and Corinth and Rome and other places that they went to, and of course Jerusalem. And so they founded churches in all these different places. But over time, the Western Church and the Eastern Church had disagreements. So the people in the Eastern churches that we come from had very different prayer services, had different languages that they were using, stuff like that. And eventually, in the year 1054, there was a big split between the Eastern and the Western churches. And that's why the Eastern church is called Orthodox, and we are called Catholic, okay? But in our Ukraine, what is now Ukraine, before that happened in the year 988, St. Vladimir the Great brought Christianity to Ukraine. So we follow the Eastern tradition from Constantinople, not the tradition from Rome. This is why our traditions are very different than the Roman Catholic, because we brought our Christian tradition from Constantinople. So anyways, for 400 years, there was a lot of disagreements between the East and the West. And of course, we, being a Ukrainian, were following the Eastern tradition until the year 1596. And in the year 1596, there were some bishops from the western part of Ukraine who decided that they wanted to go back under Rome. So this is why today we are called Ukrainian Catholics, because we are under the Pope of Rome like any other Catholic, but we follow our Orthodox traditions. So we basically are Orthodox under the Pope of Rome, because we have all the traditions and the prayer services that the Orthodox do. But guess what? A lot of people did not like this when these bishops returned to Rome. And there was a lot of violence. There was a lot of hatred between the two groups, unfortunately. And St Josaphat was living during this time. He became a priest and then a bishop around this time in that area of Ukraine, Poland, Lithuania, where this trouble was happening. And he was a very much wanted unity. He wanted unity between the two groups. He wanted one church. He didn't want separate churches. But unfortunately, at the end, he was martyred. There was a mob that came into his residence, dragged him out, shot him, and then cut his head off. So that's how he died. So this is why we celebrate him today. But after his death, there was more unity. He was a martyr. And then the unity in that area between the two churches was much better. But if it wasn't for him, we probably wouldn't have a Ukrainian Catholic Church today. So we have to really, really know his history, know his story, and pray to St. Josaphat all the time, because he wanted union. He wanted unity between the East and the West, and just have one church, not separate churches. Unfortunately, we have many, many different Christian churches today that are not in union with us. But, we're working at it. We're working at it. But our Orthodox brothers and sisters, they are our brothers because we come from the same roots. And we hope that one day we may be in unity, that there will be only one church, not 100 or 1,000 different churches, but one church where we can worship together, where we can do everything together. And we pray to St. Josaphat that he may give us that unity, like he did during his lifetime. And even he died for it because he was so much wanted us to be under the Pope of Rome. So let us continue to pray. Let us all say, there also on our whole mind, let us say,